Bonjour, fellow travelers. Welcome to your ultimate travel guide, Open Sky Journeys. Today we will be exploring one of the most beautiful countries in the world, France. Today, we're taking you on a journey through the best places to visit, the most unique activities to do, and how you can make the most of your time in this enchanting country. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, France has something for everyone. So buckle up, because this trip will be nothing short of extraordinary. 1. Paris, the heart of France. Let's start with the crown jewel, Paris, the city of light. There's something magical about this city that draws millions of visitors each year. The first stop, the iconic Eiffel Tower. Whether you choose to climb up for breathtaking views or simply admire it from the lush Champ de Mars, it's a must-see. If you want the best view of the tower, head over to the Trocadero Gardens or take a cruise along the Seine River at night to see how the Eiffel Tower sparkle at night. Pure magic. Then, explore the intricate beauty of Notre-Dame Cathedral, one of the finest examples of French Gothic architecture. Even after the fire, the grandeur and history of this Gothic masterpiece will blow your mind. And don't forget to explore the charming Latin Quarter, where you can sip coffee at a street cafe, visit the famous bookstore Shakespeare and Company, and wander through the narrow streets that make Paris feel like a movie set. For art lovers, the Louvre Museum is an absolute must. Housing over 38,000 masterpieces of art, including the most famous Mona Lisa, you could easily spend days here. But Paris's art scene doesn't stop at the Louvre. But if you're more into modern art and paintings, head over to Centre Pompidou. It's got that funky, artsy vibe that Paris is famous for. How about an evening cabaret at the Moulin Rouge? This world-famous show offers a glamorous peek into Paris's entertainment history. And before you leave Paris, how about a day in Montmartre? This hilltop district offers stunning panoramic views of the city. Grab a crepe, stroll through the cobblestone streets, and let Paris take you back in time. And here's a tip. Don't miss a trip to Le Marais, where the hip and historical collide. Boutique shopping, art galleries, and some of the best falafel outside of the Middle East. Le Marais is where you can taste modern Paris at its finest. 2. Provence. Fields of lavender and picturesque villages. From the bustling streets of Paris, let's slow things down and head south to Provence. This region is known for its lavender fields, quaint villages, and sunshine-filled days. It's the perfect escape for anyone looking for peace, beauty, and a touch of rustic charm. If you're traveling in the summer, the lavender fields of Provence are a sight to behold. Picture yourself in late June or July, surrounded by endless rows of purple flowers. The smell is intoxicating, and it's one of those bucket list experiences you'll never forget. One of the gems of Provence is the historic city of Avignon, home to the stunning Palais des Papes, the largest Gothic palace in the world. After soaking in the history, take a short drive to Gordes, one of the most beautiful hilltop villages in France, with panoramic views of the Loire Valley. Spend the afternoon here, wandering its stone streets, and maybe enjoy a delicious Provençal meal at a local bistro. Provence is also famous for its cuisine. Don't miss the opportunity to indulge in ratatouille, a delicious fish stew, or sample a glass of local rosé wine in one of the region's charming outdoor cafes. And for a truly unique Provençal experience, visit one of the region's traditional markets, where you can pick up everything from local cheese to handmade crafts. 3. The French Riviera. Next stop, the French Riviera. Whether you're a beach bum, a celebrity spotter, or just in need of a glamorous escape, this Mediterranean paradise has something for everyone. Start in Nice, where you can stroll along the Promenade des Anglais, basking in the Mediterranean sun. Nice offers a perfect mix of beach vibes and city life, with its old town offering charming narrow streets and delicious local cuisine like soca, a crispy chickpea pancake that's a must-try. Just a short drive from Nice, you'll find Monaco, the playground of the rich and famous. Whether you're checking out the glitzy Monte Carlo casino or watching the luxury yachts in the marina, Monaco is all about elegance and style. Even if you're not a millionaire, a visit to Monaco gives you a taste of the glitzy lifestyle. For a more relaxed experience, visit Antibes, a charming town filled with art and history. It's a great place to escape the larger crowds and discover Picasso's work at the Musée Picasso, located in a medieval castle. Want to experience the French Riviera in a unique way? Take a hike in Esterel Massif, a volcanic mountain range with dramatic red cliffs that plunge into the deep blue sea. It's perfect for nature lovers and offers incredible views. 4. Loire Valley. Let's switch gears and dive into the fairy tale land of Loire Valley, where fairy tale castles and world-class wine await. This valley is also called the Royal Garden of France. If you've ever wanted to visit a real-life castle, the Loire Valley is the place to be. The Château de Chambord is the largest and most iconic of the Loire castles, with its stunning French Renaissance architecture. You can easily spend a day exploring the grounds and the interior, which feels straight out of a storybook. Next up is the Château de Chenonceau, one of the most elegant and romantic castles in France, stretching across the River Cher. Its beautiful arches and gardens make it one of the most picturesque spots in the entire country. Beyond castles, the Loire Valley is also known for its vineyards. The Loire Valley wine route offers endless opportunities to taste delicious wines, especially Sauvignon Blanc and Chenin Blanc. Why not spend a day driving through the rolling hills, visiting wineries, and tasting some of France's best wines? After all, you can't come to France without indulging in a bit of wine tasting. 5. Normandy. Now let's move on to Normandy, a region with a unique blend of history and natural beauty. For those interested in World War II history, you're in for a treat. The D-Day beaches like Omaha Beach and Utah Beach are powerful emotional destinations. The American Cemetery is another must-see, serving as a solemn reminder of the brave soldiers who fought during the war, and here you'll feel the emotional weight of this historic event. On a lighter note, one of the most magical places in France is right here in Normandy, Mont Saint-Michel. A visit to Mont Saint-Michel is like stepping into a medieval fantasy. This island commune, with its striking abbey perched high above the tides, looks like it was pulled from the pages of a fantasy storybook. At high tide, it becomes an island, and at low tide, you can walk across the sand. It's one of the most photographed spots in France, and for good reason. It's simply magical. And if you're craving more natural beauty, the cliffs of Etretat are a dramatic, breathtaking sight. These white cliffs, with their stunning arches carved by the sea, are perfect for a coastal hike or a peaceful moment to take in the views. These white cliffs have inspired countless artists over the years. Whether you choose to hike along the cliffs or take in the views from below, the landscapes here are stunning. 6. Bordeaux, wine capital of the world. And now, welcome to Bordeaux, a city synonymous with wine. If you love wine, this is your paradise. Start with a visit to the Cité du Vin, an ultra-modern museum that's a must-see for any wine enthusiast. Here, you'll learn about the history and culture of wine with tastings from all over the world. Beyond the wine, Bordeaux itself is a beautiful city with its stunning neoclassical architecture. Stroll along the Place de la Bourse, where you can take in the Miroir d'Eau, the largest reflecting pool in the world. And if you're a fan of exploring, take a day trip to the Dune of Pilote, Europe's tallest sand dune, located just outside Bordeaux. Climb to the top for amazing views of the Atlantic Ocean on one side and dense pine forests on the other. 7. The French Alps. Adventure awaits year-round. For all the adventure lovers out there, the French Alps are your playground. Whether you're into skiing, hiking, or simply taking in the incredible mountain views, this region offers year-round excitement. During winter, you can't go wrong with a trip to Chamonix, one of the oldest and most famous ski resorts in the world. The Mont Blanc Massif dominates the landscape, offering some of the best skiing and snowboarding experiences anywhere. Even if you're not hitting the slopes, take a cable car up to Aiguille du Midi, where you'll get jaw-dropping panoramic views of Mont Blanc and the surrounding peaks. In the summer, the Alps transform into a paradise for hikers. Imagine hiking through wildflower-filled meadows, alongside crystal-clear lakes, all while surrounded by towering peaks. Trails like the Tour du Mont Blanc is one of the most famous hiking trails in the world and offers jaw-dropping views and fresh mountain air every step of the way. You can also enjoy thrilling activities like paragliding, whitewater rafting, and rock climbing. And don't forget to treat yourself to the local delicacies. Fondue and raclette are cheesy, hearty dishes that'll warm you up after a day of exploring. 8. Alsace. Fairy tale villages and tasty wines. And last but not least, ready for a trip to a storybook village? Head over to Alsace, a region that looks straight out of a fairy tale. The colorful half-timbered houses, the scenic vineyards, and the enchanting villages make Alsace one of the most charming regions in France. Colmar is a town that feels like it was plucked from a Disney movie. Think colorful half-timbered houses, charming canals, and flower-lined streets. Spend your day wandering through the old town, taking in the whimsical architecture, and stopping by local cafés for a taste of the regional specialties like flammequeche. The capital city of Strasbourg is a perfect blend of French and German influences, with its towering Gothic cathedral and picturesque canals. The city's historic center, known as La Petite France, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of the most photogenic spots in the country. For more fairy tale vibes, visit Riviera, one of the most beautiful villages in France, nestled in the heart of Alsace's vineyards. Speaking of vineyards, the Alsace wine route is a must for wine lovers. You'll pass through charming villages, endless vineyards, and have plenty of opportunities to taste world-class Alsatian wines. Time and budget. Now you must be wondering, how long will it take to see all of these incredible places, and how much should you budget for this adventure? To fully explore France and experience each region, we would recommend 3 to 4 weeks to explore the highlights. Here's a rough breakdown. Paris, 5 days. Provence, 4 days. French Riviera, 3 days. Loire Valley, 3 days. Normandy, 3 days. Bordeaux, 3 days. Alsace, 3 days. French Alps, 4 days. As for the cost, all in all, for a 3 to 4 week trip, you're looking at a total budget of around $6,000 to $8,000 USD, depending on your preferences and style of travel. And there you have it, the ultimate guide to exploring France. Whether you're into art and history, chasing adventure in the mountains, or sipping wine in charming villages, France has it all. So, start planning your trip, pack your bags, and get ready for an unforgettable journey through one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and make Open Sky Journeys be your guide for a memorable trip. Bon voyage! If you enjoyed this journey, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below about where you'd love to explore next. See you in the next episode of Open Sky Journeys.